Hi friends, welcome in. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday. Tuesday the 12th of March or something. Mr. V, congrats on first. Dan Van Dam second. Mnemonic Man third. Y'all are awesome. Shoot, I don't even know where to start. Probably by saying we're going to play a video game today. Belly slides in. Nice. Nice. I forgot to mention yesterday, but we're gonna bring back News Show. It's gonna be a little bit of a different form factor. I'm gonna try to keep it to 3 hours. I know we'll probably go over, but I can't do that 5 hours on a Friday night. It was too much. And I know it was too much for the guests, especially with like East Coast time zone. Because we were, originally we were doing that show at like 7 o'clock to like 12, mid 1 a.m. And that was pretty brutal. It was fun, but like that last hour of News Show kind of sucks. So we're gonna try to curate the list. I got a couple people like Dan Van Dam, Sakra, Sean, and somebody else. Was it Chaz? I can't remember now. That'll add things to a list. I'm still gonna go through like new releases on Friday morning and some news and stuff, and get the stuff that I want to look at in there too. But it's not gonna be perusing every shitty game on Steam for 5 hours, because that, like, I want to do that, but it hurts. And I'd also like to still have a Friday evening when it's done, right? The stream schedule that I have right now leaves almost no free time in my entire life. I wanted to come back from Save and Raid doing less, but really what I found was that there's too much to do. With all of, the milestones and stuff from Save and Raid. Hey, you're sleepy even now. Yeah, people are sleepy by that hour. That's right. But with all the milestones from Save and Raid and stuff I've been putting off, like, the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, like, Saturday was always my day off, right? Now it's, my wife's going to be streaming Sims in the morning, which is still time off for me. But, we've decided to try streaming Baldur's Gate 3, as a one-way mirror. You guys get to watch us do our co-op game, and I'm not really going to interact. Nobody's going to be interacting with chat all that much. Which isn't... It'll be just one thing on the channel that's like that. It's not going to change how the channel is or anything. It's just, if you guys want, if you guys want to watch Baldur's Gate 3, that's just the way it's got to be. As determined by the people that I'm doing the co-op with. So we're going to try that out. It may not work out. We may stop doing it. I mean, we'll keep playing, but we may stop streaming it. But it's like regular D&D. You know what, Dan Van Dam? That is an excellent point, and maybe it's me that needs to think about it differently. Because I'm sitting here being like, I'm letting you guys down by not interacting with chat, and doing that. But I hadn't thought of it like it was D&D. Because, when people do D&D streams, they don't interact with chat because they're in character and doing the thing. That's actually a really good point. I'm probably going to relay that to the people I'm doing co-op with and being like, this is what we're doing. It's like this. That makes total sense. Because it's not like there won't be, the other 6 days of the week, plus that day with my wife, content that is completely interactable with chat, right? That's a really good point. Thanks for that. It's honestly like, it's making me feel a lot better about it, Dan. That was really good. House of Mike, welcome in. Erasable, great to see you. I need to make a note here, spend some time going through 2 things that I need to change. I need to update my auto shoutout list, because there's lots of streamers that aren't on it. Mostly because I'm lazy and just haven't gotten to it yet. But the other thing that I need to do is change my BRB scene to do clips Because all the clips on the BRB scene are all the people that were in Save and Raid. Like, it was all people that were in December during December. But I need to change that out. I mean, I could leave it, but it does also say, like, here's these other Save and Raid people. I mean, the majority of the people that participated in Save and Raid are going to stay there anyways. But there are people that weren't in Save and Raid that I want to get on there. What I really want is a fucking pen. There it is. So yesterday, and this sucked, I cracked open a beer after the stream, my one beer for the night, and was actively, like, just, you know, going ham on the keyboard with in somebody's stream. And right about the point we started into a big conversation, I flailed my hands and dumped beer all over my desk. So I had to take my, you know, the really big, you can't see it, but the really big desk mat outside and spray it off and scrub it with my toothbrush because I couldn't find any other fucking brushes. And I'd already drank half the beer, so I wasn't going to Rite Aid for a brush. So it dried. I cranked the heater in here last night and put it on like a drying rack in here. I put a fan blowing on it, and it's dried out. But like everything that was on my desk, like my pen, they're all displaced. They're all on the table back there, or whatever it is. Right now, this is the cleanest my desk ever's been. There's a keyboard. There's the stupid mouse. That thing. Deli slice. Beef jerky. And my phone. And me. I'm on my desk now. Alright, what was I doing? We need to fix. You don't want to see the horrors that lie inside your keyboard? You know, it's a fun fact. I actually bought a keyboard so that I could clean my other keyboard. I've got this, like, 10 keyless one I was going to try out for a bit. I'm considering, I don't know. I bought, actually, I didn't show this yesterday. Let me share all this. So, I have a keyboard that I really like, but it's a 10 key, so it's extra long, and I'm always bashing my thumb into it and whatnot. Hey, Mondo. But I am really having a hard time getting by without the number pad. But like this thing, you know, it's a keyboard, right? You can see it's got like, you know, the fuzz growing on it. It needs to be cleaned. And when everybody was here for Save and Raid, I didn't want them having to go through like my finger grease, you know, to play Half-Life from this computer. So I bought a new keyboard for that. Same one, just without the 10 keys. And then, you know, while I was on vacation, I was looking at different, like, keycap pullers. And, you know, SteelSeries has their own that they sell for their keycaps. And when I came back from vacation, I was like, all right, we're going to commit to it. Going to pull these keys out, clean them all up. And then when I was, like, looking for the keycap puller, I stumbled across this for, like, $26 on Amazon. And that's actually the SteelSeries Prism caps. And the reason I got this, well, they kind of look cool, right? They're like these, they have more area for the light to shine out. But they came with a key puller. You know, so it was like all replacement keys, plus a puller. Yeah, there it is. There's the puller right there. Pop it on, yank straight up, you know the deal. There's also like 8 space bars in here, but it's kind of amusing to me that they're all vacuum sealed. That's actually a pretty cool way to ship keycaps and keep them in order. Good job. I love vacuum sealing things. That's how I do all my freezer burritos. God damn it, is it satisfying? So I can't imagine like how great this job must be, right? So that's what I'm gonna do with that keyboard that I just showed you. I just haven't done it yet. It's actually even more interesting than that. They actually have like this piece of cardboard that they like cut. They like cut the cardboard and like the words are all like out of order. I don't know if that's gonna be content. Or if I'm just gonna do this on my own. But yeah, the old keys, they need to get soaked and cleaned. I've never actually done that with a keyboard. By the time it's time to clean the keyboard's done broke on me, you know? I don't know when I'm gonna get a chance to do that. That's one of the things that I need to do it. But why fix what ain't broke? Yeah. I mean, a new keyboard feels really good. Of course, I have a lot of keyboards. Like, a lot of keyboards. Oh, nice, it came in. What do you mean, Monda? Oh, nice, it came in. Yeah, you're using your 15-year-old Logitech keyboard? Nice. Like a media keyboard? Those things were sick. Or do you have, like, the G15? I've never, like, used a keycap puller. That may shock you, some of you, but I've never done it. I've never had the tool for it. So, this is gonna be an experience. I'll watch some YouTube videos, but it looks pretty simple. You just pop it on, pull straight up, good to go. The paint on your keys is disappearing, House of Mike says. You need to get one of those vacuum blaster things. I know exactly what you're talking about. I have one. It's some of the best money I've ever spent. I cannot recommend this enough. The DataVac, the MetroVac DataVac right here, is maybe one of the best investments I have ever made. This thing pushes so much air. It does the job. It does the job. You will never have to buy those fucking compressed air cans that just, oh, they're terrible. They're awful. Yeah, no, this thing is awesome. So it sucks air in through the bottom. There's a little filter here that you have to take out and clean every once in a while. But man, this thing slams some air out. I mean, this thing is solid. Like, this is not plastic. This is like heavy metal. I mean, this is a metal can. It is endless air. Yeah, it's got a pretty decent cord on it. I always put it on an extension cord. So what I do to help keep this room less dusty, because there's a lot of things in here that produce dust other than me, like old boxes. And it settles. There's a lot of black in here, and you see it often. Plus, like, the glass TV stand over there. It sucks. So what I do, and you can see it here, actually, is I have a box fan with a filter on it. And, like, once a week, I come in here, and I turn that thing on to full, I put it up on the table, and then I just go around the room, and I blow out every keyboard, I start, I put a face mask on, because you don't need that shit in your sinuses. But I blow everything off, and then just let that fan do its job. Now that all the dust is in the air, it slowly gets pulled into that. Not all of it, but it's better than nothing. And you do that enough, and it keeps it under control a bit. And you can see this filter is getting a little brown. Right? Like, it's pretty gray. That thing was as white as that handle before, so it's definitely doing its job. This thing, Mike, is called a MetroVac DataVac. I bought mine on Amazon. And it really is, like, it really is the greatest things. If you're working on old hardware, blowing out, fans and graphics cards and whatnot, like, this thing's like 12 times the power of those little duster cans. And it doesn't, like, freeze your hand off like these fucking things. I still have some because they're nice to have, but, like, you buy the Costco thing. The other thing that got me on these is, I guess, there are people out there that'll turn it upside down and huff these to get high. They put a bittering agent in these. They put a bittering agent in here so people won't use them to get high. At one point, I decided to, like, put the straw in, not, like, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know why it happened, but for some reason, the straw touched my mouth. Whether I was, like, holding it to get it out of the way while I did something with my hands or whatever it was. And that fucking bittering agent was in my mouth, on my taste buds, for, like, a week. Highly do not recommend that. Yeah, don't huff, kids. Yeah, I don't remember why it was in my mouth. Oh, you know what? I don't think it was in my mouth. I think the straw popped off, and I picked it up, and I put it back on, and then for some reason, like, my finger got in my mouth, and I knew where it came from, too. But, like, holy shit. The other thing that's really scary about these is when we first got Retro as a puppy, I found that he had eaten one of them. All that was left was a segment about this long, had been chewed off and left on the carpet, And I think there was like a segment about this long, but everything in the middle there went into his intestines. That's very scary because these things are sharp and they can puncture and may not work through. It finally came out. I mean, we were watching like a hawk. That was very scary. Like, truly horrifying. And that was like, because puppies eat anything they find. But yeah, he loved the bitter taste and just ate the shit out of that straw. So that's another reason that I like the Data-Vac, is because these aren't laying around the house everywhere. I do keep one of these by my record player. I use it to blow off records from time to time. New ones, because they always have like paper dust in them. Kind of sucks, but... And here I was thinking I had nothing to talk about today. But yeah, I highly recommend Switch cartridge flavor. Ugh. Like, you put a Switch cartridge in your mouth and it has a flavor. I remember that, like, Valve actually put out a PSA asking people not to smell the fan vent. And there is a thing about on Steam Decks. There is a thing about Steam Decks that you can smell the difference in the version you have. Like, some of them smell like an auto parts store, and some of them smell like leather furniture, and some of them smell like, you know, fabric shops or burning plastic. Switch cards have a chemical that is hella nasty. Really? I don't have a Switch, so I don't know that. That's interesting. That's what you were thinking about with the straw? Yeah. What, are you serious? They actually put bittering agents on Switch cartridges so kids don't eat them? What the fuck? I mean, it makes sense. But, like, if you, like, touch your fingers to your tongue, that's not something I do. COVID, or any kind of germs, really broke me of, like, putting my fingers in my mouth. I'm a pretty stalwart hand washer. Is that the right use of that word? I don't fucking know. I wash my hands a lot. Not, like, OCD level. I haven't, like, torn the skin off of them, but, like, if my hands don't feel clean, like, I will drop whatever I'm doing to go wash them. Don't eat finger food after swapping cartridges. Now, knowing that my hands are clean, like, I am happy to, like, throw down on some, like, Indian food or African food that you eat with your fingers. Totally happy to do that. As long as I know there's a sink nearby. Dan Van Dam, was it you that was playing Sentient last week? Was that you? I got a copy of it. I watched somebody play it, but for the life of me, I need to start writing down, like, who introduces me to games, because I'm really bad at it. It was you. It was you playing it last week or the week before, right? Yeah, I went and snagged a copy of it. It showed up yesterday. Oh, it was Crunchy. Thank you, Hitchhiker. It was Crunchy that was playing it. That was actually my backup guess. But yeah, I got a copy of Sentient. This game looked wild. Wild. Like, way... And welcome in, Hitchhiker, by the way. Way too ambitious for a PS1 game. So I watched a little bit of it, and Crunchy spent a lot of time really confused about where to go. So, who knows? But I'm also starting to realize that, like, all of the hidden gems from the 90s were published by Psygnosis. Y'all notice that? Like, there's a lot of games from Psygnosis that I love, like, you know, Draken and GE Police and, you know, various other things. But, like, I keep finding more games from Psygnosis that look fucking interesting that I've never heard of. Like, I think, you know, everybody remembers, like, Apogee 3D Realms and id and, you know, all, Acclaim and, Activision. But, like, Psygnosis, man, they just had some crazy games back then. Oh my god, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but the cat's just, like, screaming her head off outside again. Oh, god, I'll let her in. She's just gonna scream the whole stream. Go find a chair and be quiet. Jesus. I mean it. I'm gonna go lock you in my wife's office if you sit in here and scream the whole time. This cat. She was awful. So, my cat, this is my ex-wife's cat. Which is my cat. I ended up with her. But, she's a terrible roommate. Not as bad as my wife's cat before she passed away. Because that one would just like shit next to the litter box. That was really frustrating. But this one is very loud. And I think she's going deaf. So she's twice as loud as she used to be because she can't hear herself, probably. She needs to like decide where she's going. I have to watch her because she's just started jumping up on the desks. And I have open case computers all over the room, and that's not okay. Because static electricity and shit. We boarded her while we went to vacation to the beach. And we took the dog with us. We boarded her because we weren't going to take her there. And she came back and she has been so incredibly upset and neurotic and howling like 24/7. She's from 2007. This is a very old cat. And I love her, but Jesus Christ, I can't with the screaming. Because it keeps us awake all night. Like, she just howls all night. Like she's doing right now. Come on. I'm sorry, but I can't right now. Say hi to everybody, though, but I'm kicking you out of the room. Everybody say hi, Molly. She is a sweet, soft, and fluffy cat. Oh, she does it all night. And she has a real knack for doing it just as you're drifting off to sleep. She's actually not allowed in our sleeping areas. Well, she was bad at it in general. But she's not allowed in her sleeping areas because she would just come in there and shout. But, you know, we keep the door closed in there. And, like, you know, about 3 o'clock in the morning, she has destroyed the door frame to the bedroom. And she's done that over the last 10 years. It's like fuzz. Like, all the wood has been shredded so much that there's, like, this, like, section at the bottom from, like, the floor up that's just fuzz. Feels like feathers. Can you not? Okay. I love you too. I know. You just want to stay here? I am going to throw you out of the room, though. I don't know that it's not like that. It's not like that. There's a door closed and I'm pissed about it. It's her being bored. And it's just one of her things. And you open the door and she's like, oh, okay, bye. And then like an hour later she just comes in and screams. For no reason whatsoever. Like, I mean, it's a cat. There's no logic here. These are terrible, evil creatures. At least the dog can kind of tell you what he wants, you know? But the cat just wants you to do a thing. Whatever it is. Hey, Rub, welcome in. Yeah. Now that guinea pig there, Georgie, that was a good pet. That was a good pet. You are leaving. I'll even go set you on the couch. Yeah, yesterday, I actually, because she was yelling so loud at the door, during the stream yesterday, I turned on the noise suppression on the camera, but I also turned on the noise suppression in my earbuds. So that I couldn't hear her anymore, which led to like the battery dying as I was signing off last night, which was interesting. All right, yeah, that was really all I had to. Oh, an update on the Sony Mavica floppy disk printer. It moved last night. It is now it's left Indiana after being lost in the mail or at a warehouse for 7 days. This $250 thing I got on eBay. It is now in Oregon. It's like due east of where I live in Washington, because I live in a border city. But it's on its way. I think it'll be here tomorrow. Unless it's one of those special late deliveries that doesn't come with the Daily Mail, which is, you know, around noon or so. Let's see what it says. Once I get that printer, we'll be able to start working on those floppy disk photos. Purchase history. Yeah, running behind. Original order was supposed to be here on the 7th. Yeah, it's in Pendleton, Oregon right now, which is due east of us. So, I suspect that we'll see it tomorrow. It'll probably get to like the shipping hub for the post office tomorrow, which would be great. That's caused me a lot of anxiety. Those things are fucking rare, especially since Lazy Game Reviews did a video on them. And $250 is not like the amount of money you want to spend to have something get lost in the mail and then have to eat it or something, you know? So that'll be a huge amount of stress gone for me. All right, let's get into Broken Sword. I think I'm all set up. This is only my second stream back. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. Absolutely no clue what I'm doing anymore. Let me make sure this filters. You guys can probably hear the cat shouting, right? We'll give you guys a noise suppression filter. You can't? Okay, good, good. So like this is this wall here and that wall there, they're both soundproof. They have soundproof baffling in them. And the door that you see over here is an outdoors door. So this is like one that you would find as a front door, a side door, a back door, not an interior door. And it is inside of my house. And it is, you know, as good as you can get without spending like hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get a soundproof door. However, at the bottom, at the very bottom, there's weather stripping, which is just rubber. And she sits there and screams into it at the base of the door. So the sound comes through. If I blast music in here, 1 o'clock in the morning, you cannot hear it on the other side of the house. And I mean, like, crank it up, bass and everything. Like, it does not disturb my wife. Like, the soundproofing is good, but she has the one little crack, the one little fucking place to get that sound into this room. And it is awful. All right, let's see here. Let's switch over to retro and we'll do this. I can also hear her clawing at the door, and it's fresh coat of paint, which is just driving me up a wall. All right, give me just a second. I'm gonna go put her in a room with her food dish, so she can chill out. I'll be right back, and then we're gonna play this game. She's not even here. She literally made all that noise and left. Whatever. Oh, man. She's driving me up a wall lately. Like, consuming all of my free thoughts with that cat's yelling. All right. That's incorrect. I think we want audio to go out of this. No, that one. Okay. Hopefully that's right. All right, Broken Sword. So this game's got a Kickstarter out right now. For another remake. An actual remake. Whereas this is like the director's cut, which is kind of HD or something, and had also better alt enter. There we go. Game resolution, full screen, original, augmented. huh? But I did back it. I haven't actually played this game yet, but I backed it because there was a nice big box for it, and this game's always been of interest to me. But I kind of definitely wanted to get in here and play this game a little bit. The original, well, you know, the original version, one based off the original version. See how I feel about it. That is fuzzy. This is a sluggish game. Oh, okay, I see. It seems like in these sample images that there's nothing that's lost between augmented and original. And this is a very weird menu. Ooh. Look at this mouse misalignment. Holy shit. Wow. Maybe we go back to original. That mouse misalignment was wild, wasn't it? Okay, that's more reasonable. I just got a feeling that we're off. We're gonna be in for a fun one today, aren't we? Night and day different. I know, right? Purchase music. Okay. Let's hit new game. Let's see where this game gets us. I'm gonna do this. Since we are doing 4x3 now. There we go. Now you guys get more of me.
Paris. City of love, romance, and dreams. So they say. I used to say it too. But ever since that day, the day of the murder, I've always associated my beloved Paris with death.
Hey, Bandarin, it's good to see you. So when you put on 3D glasses to visit Paris in real life and walk around and play this game. Murder Vision. I've seen some of the like redos of this and what they have on their Kickstarter for the remake, and it looks really good. I mean, this is stunning. This is great. You always remember this game as Circle of Blood. Apparently there's 5 of these games. I think I own all of them on Steam. I bought them in a bundle.
I was at home having a bath when my editor called.
Collard, get your ass over to the Palais Royal now. You got an interview. With Pierre Carchon. Yes, the Pierre Carchon. No photos, so leave your gear at home. He asked for you personally. Don't ask me why.
Every time that happens in a movie, it's a setup.
If he makes a pass, don't forget. Just smile, say yes, and keep taking notes.
So charming and so very apt. Pierre Carchon was a media king, a national hero, and one of the most infamous adulterers in Europe. He and his wife Imelda were just one step down from royalty. Whoa, I hate mimes, but unless...
Meanwhile, in Not Gotham...
Here I was, the palace of the Media King and the Ice Queen. I pressed the doorbell and set in
I'd go for
motion
some
a
ice
chain
cream.
of events which would change my life forever.
Yes? What is it?
Madame, my name is Nico Collard. I'm here to see Monsieur Carchon.
Come up, we're on the first floor.
Madame Carchon, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, I'm sure.
The Ice Queen was certainly living up to her reputation.
I tried watching JoJo and I just could not. I couldn't with it. That was the most, like, preposterous villain,
Will
like...
you be staying for the interview?
Mademoiselle, I know little of my husband's business affairs.
It's like,
and
I woke
care
up, so I
even
will
less.
fight you! And that was the
I
whole
certainly
plot.
have no intention of watching
JoJo.
you pore over yet another pretty little journalist.
Pretty. You're too kind, madame.
Yeah, there are, Bandarin.
The talented and very beautiful Mademoiselle Collard. Such a pleasure to meet you at last.
Monsieur Carchon, I am honored.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Call me Pierre, please. But I do not flatter you idly. I was a friend of your father. He was a great man.
My father, he never mentioned.
He and I were very close. And then his death. So tragic. I must... Imelda, your damned cat's in my study again.
Those cats,
Another
though.
Ming vase, I suppose. Excuse me for one moment, my dear girl.
You journalists are getting younger each year.
Perhaps it's the rest of the world getting older, madame. That
God,
was
these
no
animations
cat.
are so good.
God, what? Monsieur Carchon?
So, question: when the gun pulled back the slide on it, was there a glove on it, or was it somebody
dead.
else? I wasn't paying
call
attention.
The police. You'd better stay here.
There was a man. It was the mime. Do you think he...
Well, I believe we can rule out suicide, don't you?
No wonder they called her the Ice Queen. She would have been top of my list of suspects if I hadn't seen the attacker myself. And if I hadn't come across a couple of murders just like this already. One of the most important men in Europe murdered. And here was I, Nico Collard,
Here was
alone
I.
at the scene of the crime. Should I wait for the cops? Or start my own investigation? It was a no-brainer.
Right, wait for the cops like you're supposed to. Alright, move the pointer around the screen to discover areas of interest which might be indicated by an animated blue circle. Hey Joe, welcome in. Here be protagonists beware. Right? You've played this game, right Joe? When the pointer passes over an object which you can interact with, it will change to an animating icon reflecting on the available action. Press the left mouse button to perform that action. Okay, briefcase, diary icon, okay, question mark, hints. The Hydro Spanner from Star Wars. The spanner icon to save and restore the game. Okay. Lower section of the screen. Well, look at them. There they are. Oh yeah, we're totally locked in. At least on one side. Yeah, but the classic version? Nice. So you don't know anything from the extra prologue. Is this... That's right. This is called the Director's Cut. So there's extra content in it. So this is the prologue then? Oh yeah, look at that. You start getting near things. It lets you know about stuff. That's cool. All these
The
animations.
bookcase was filled with obscure first editions.
This is the extra intro chapter. Okay.
A bust of Pierre Carchon, humble servant of La France.
La France. I am Bush.
A small round piece of glass had been cut out of the pane. This was a professional job.
I'm surprised they didn't let this piece of glass that's clearly... Oh, is that the vase? Can we look at the vase?
I didn't want to cut myself and leave blood on the glass. Call me old-fashioned, but I like to keep my DNA to myself. Pierre Carchon again. His eyes seemed to follow me around the room.
Let's poke the body with a stick.
Mimes and guns don't usually go together, but I had an idea that this was no ordinary mime. I'd come across this murderer before, and written about him. The costume killer. At least that's what I'd called him.
Here's a fun fact. She's the common denominator here.
It was one of my hair clips. My favorite, in fact. It must have fallen when I was knocked down.
Oh, or the mime grabbed it when she went under him. Eyes. Welcome back, Baz. Oh, Joe, hang on. While you're here. Joe was my introduction to Hungarian pepper paste. So I got to show you these things that I had to order. I've actually ordered a couple of them now from the company Univer. So spicy, this is non-spicy red paprika paste, and then there's a spicy one. And these guys come in these tubes. This is a neat company. I've been ordering a bunch of their stuff. Like I've also gotten their they have like a mayonnaise in a tube as well as mustard. Mustard's pretty good. Yeah, keeping up the stock. I actually have 2 jars of Urso Pista, or however you say it. An odd flavored toothpaste. Oh, it's the best. I love this stuff. This, I was actually like putting my calorie count in for this. And I'm laughing so hard at the sticker here. Or actually here, you can probably see it if I let it focus, but the sticker here is like no sodium, no calories whatsoever. Servings 46. And I'm like, that's not right. This thing's like 100% salt. So I don't know what they were smoking when they made that, because there's definitely like 11.5 grams of sodium down there. Oh, I've gotten the goulash as well. That one is really good. Yeah, I had the goulash as well. But yeah, every time I go on eBay and have to refill one of these, I try something else. They're fantastic. I really like these mixed with like a little bit of mayonnaise on a sandwich. That's my absolute favorite. Yeah, we definitely I can't remember what we did with the goulash. I think we added the goulash to like a cabbage soup that we were making at one point. It was pretty good.
I closed his eyes. It was the least I could do for the poor fellow.
I feel like we're getting our DNA everywhere regardless. So thank you, Joe, for introducing me to like my favorite thing.
Some people hate searching corpses for clues. Me, I'm okay with it. Reminds me of an old boyfriend.
What?
Carchon had been shot. In his pocket, I found a ticket stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. Taking the ticket meant I tampered with the evidence. There was no going back now.
To use an inventory item. Okay. Click on it and hold the mouse button while continuing to hold it, drag it over a hotspot. Okay.
No. No. No.
Well, we tried. Oh, is there anything else we can do with the body here?
Pierre Carchon was stiff for the last time.
That is, a sentence. Good, put your fingerprints there.
The killer must have used a ladder to reach the window. He was long gone. Guess he folded that ladder up, popped it in his pocket, and took it with him.
Well, hold on. There was like a whole other... Why couldn't they just climb this? I would have climbed this. Right here? I would have climbed
The
that.
killer must have used a ladder to reach the window.
The music just took a strange turn here. You want that lack of fear of heights? Right? Wait, hold on. Was there any railing out there at all? No!
The killer
Why is that a
must have
door?
used a ladder to reach the window.
Why is that a door? Paris clearly does not have an OSHA or whatever. No, I think we're done in here. Corshon is dead. What should I do? Thanks. Damn, that diary text is small. Guess we're leaving the room? They're not Europe
The police
certified.
could turn up at any minute.
Door-sized
Somewhere
window?
There were clues to the murder, and I needed to find them.
You think that's what it is? That it was actually a window?
A medieval pageant. Original, no doubt. The tapestry must have cost a fortune. I reckoned that cloth might just turn out to be useful.
You're just stealing shit.
Even my fingernail wouldn't fit into such a small hole.
Okay.
Aha! Nico, you are just so damn good at this stuff.
Stoof.
Instead of comforting Imelda, I was ransacking her flat. Why? Because there was something going on here, and I had to get answers before the cops arrived. And hey, she'd been rude to me, so she had it coming.
Wow. Even the voice actress had to do that in like two different parts. Do we get to close this? Oh, probably by back in. There we go.
A magnificent antique table.
And we've also made it a robbery.
A magnificent antique table. It was a tube of acrylic paint. French ultramarine. Just the color I was after for my bathroom.
I'm sorry,
Wow.
I have to go. Someone is...
Young lady, what are you doing? Oh, this paint. It's my favorite color.
For God's sake, keep the damn stuff.
What the fuck? Also, oh, MacLad says also the inside windows don't match the outside design. No shit.
The door was locked.
Looked.
A modern key on an antique door. It wasn't going to work.
Okay. Do we think that maybe I use this key in here somewhere?
A bust of Pierre Cauchon.
Cochon. No.
It contained rows of titles I didn't recognize.
Are you done grieving yet?
Excuse me, madame.
Yes?
Oh.
Imelda might not have been so cool with me poking around if I'd shown her the key I'd found.
Okay.
I am so sorry for your loss, madame.
No, you're not. You're a journalist. Journalists don't feel sorry.
Not true.
We shall see.
How did your husband know my father?
I have no idea.
You didn't know him? Thierry Collard?
Pierre knew a lot of people I didn't know, most of them women.
Why did your husband send for me? What did he want to discuss?
I have no idea. His business was his business.
He never told you anything.
No, and frankly, I preferred it that way.
Why would a mime want to kill your husband?
Pierre had plenty of enemies. Half the husbands in Paris for a start. This is quite a scoop for you. I suppose you're already inventing the headlines.
Just
No.
because I am a journalist.
Don't patronize me. You're all cut from the same cloth. Do you have any moral sense at all?
No.
I certainly don't let it get in the way of a good story.
I admire your loyalty to your profession.
The police will be here soon, madame.
What a-
Is there anybody you would like me to
Devil
contact?
horns icon?
Family, friends?
No, I have no family. Pierre and I were... He was all I had, really. Not much, was it? The dutiful wife. That was my role. He never talked, never let me in.
I know one thing, madame.
What?
If you want to find out who killed your husband, then you let me do the job, not the police.
Why? How do I know I can trust you?
Your husband invited me here today because he needed me. I think he knew somebody wanted to kill him, and he knew I could help.
I doubt it was your database he was after.
You're wrong. I was onto his killers already, I am sure of it. Please, you owe it to him.
I don't know.
All I need is a few more minutes to look around before the police come.
I think perhaps you do have a moral sense. Of sorts. You're not a very good liar, Nico Collard. And perhaps Pierre really did think that you could help. Of course it wouldn't have stopped him seducing you, too. Here, take this. It's the key to the drawing room next to the library at the end of the hall. It was Pierre's room. I rarely went in there. I couldn't. I was too scared of what I might find.
Thank you. I promise you won't regret this.
I already am. This game reminds me of another game that I played recently called Runaway. Which had similar art style.
The door was locked.
Oh, well, I've got a thing for that, don't I? The 2000,
Now
yeah.
we're getting somewhere.
Like over here, he's like just beating his sword like that, but then you got Alright. Quests. You see, this is the trouble.
Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. God fucking damn it! Why? You have enough point.
I hate jump pads in this game. They're really not well designed. while it was dying and also... oh no. Okay. But we got this. Okay. Like, after the teleport. Yeah, okay. Up. Only hit point that matters is the last one.
And you mean a bitch party? You mean, yeah, exactly. We went to a spa. We played Jackbox. We had really tasty food. I made signature cocktails for everyone. We did a ghost tour. We went thrifting. And we did a lot of fun bonding together. Oh my god, Kurt. I love that for you.
What is this clip, dude? What is this clip? Why? What is that?
All right, welcome back, everybody. went and grabbed the mail while I was out there. There was another game that I snagged for a pretty good deal. A small box game called Devastation: Resistance Breeds Revolution. This showed up today. I don't know much about it, except it looks like an FPS, and it seems pretty cool. I was looking at some screenshots. After seeing it pop up somewhere, I don't remember where I saw this one pop up. Probably going to add this one to next month. It kind of has a stalker style vibe to it a little bit. Welcome in, Sakura. It's great to see you. Has anybody played this one before? You recall the ads for it? Nice. All right. We open this door. We're on our way in now.
The painting showed the Cachons together, in love. As the poet said, the past is a different country. Or did I read that in a fortune cookie? The painting was attached firmly to the wall. There was the very faintest of clicks.
Oh!
Behind the picture was a safe. In the safe was some kind of artifact. There were strange symbols on its surface. It looked like the printer's blocks I'd made at art school. If there was one thing I'd learned about symbols, they are always important. But these symbols scratched into stone were impossible to read. I needed to find a way of printing them. At least the stone was round. But what could I use for ink?
That's why we have that blue
what could I
paint.
print on? Sure, I was stealing, but I knew Imelda didn't know about the artifact, and Cachon was past caring.
I see a planner over here. Dude, her outfit is awesome,
This
Sakura,
wasn't
right?
the time for me to lie on the sofa doing my Marie Antoinette impression. Though it is very popular at parties, especially with gay guys. Don't ask me why. As expected, the desk was yet another priceless antique. Yawn. The blotter and in tray had clearly been placed with mathematical precision. My heart skipped a beat. It was a carved elephant. But not just any carved elephant. It had been made by my father. I knew for certain because in my apartment I had its exact twin, carved into a box he had made. So Carchon had known my father. They really must have been friends. I decided to take the carved elephant. It clearly meant nothing to Imelda. I'd spread blue paint over the bottom of the tray. It was ruined. I was a very bad girl, but also quite a clever one.
Why would you
the artifact
put it?
in the paint until it was completely coated?
Why would you put it back in your jacket covered in paint, you idiot?
Genius. The roller and the paint worked just as I planned, but what did it say? It was some kind of coded message. It read, "Sub judice." I may not have learned a lot as a journalist, but that was a term I knew well. It means a legal case that is before the courts. Below it was a sequence of letters that made no sense. I suddenly realized there was a connection between the boat ticket and the coded message. The boat ticket was stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. The Conciergerie on the Ile de la Cité, by the river, housed the ancient law courts. So, sub judice could in this case mean literally under the law courts, below the Conciergerie. I was pretty sure I'd found all I could here. And besides, all this opulence was making me pine for my regular life of poverty. This was a huge story. It was also one heck of a puzzle with a lot of pieces missing. But I was going to crack it. And if I could just remember the name of that fancy prize you get for being an ace journalist, I was definitely going to win it this time.
What?
Locked. Not surprising, really. No.
I guess we're leaving. I'm surprised she even remembers her name at this point.
There was no one I needed to phone. Not until I had solved this case.
Did you find anything useful?
This carving. Do you know anything about it?
It was Pierre's. What does the statue have to do with...
Please, I need to know.
He was given it by a friend. Something to do with Africa.
He never explained any more.
No. But I think it was important to him. Always on display. Why?
It was carved by my father.
Oh, I see. I didn't know.
Imelda, I will do everything I can to find the killer.
Thank you, my dear.
And if the police ask,
Don't worry. You were never here.
sub judice was the key. I was going to have to find a way under the conciergerie. I decided to head straight for the quayside on the Ile de la Cité. If there was a way of getting under the conciergerie, it would have to be from there.
An hour later.
Carchon wasn't the type for messing about on the river. He was up to something down here. Something that got him killed. An old boyfriend of mine owned a barge once.
Dampest relationship I ever had. In every way.
Sewer Gout 1. Nice. Wait, did she just say the dampest relationship she ever had in every kind of
An
way?
old boyfriend of mine owned a barge once. Dampest relationship I ever had. In every way.
Amazing.
I wasn't leaving yet.
The fact that she doesn't have a shadow really bothers me.
The fence wouldn't move.
No, we know that won't work.
No. This fence wouldn't move either.
There's that symbol.
The cross looked familiar. I'd seen it before. It was embroidered on the lace cloth I'd picked up at Carchon's apartment. I knew I was on the right track.
Vampire?
I tried pushing the fence, but it wouldn't move. A strange pair of locks stopped the latches from releasing the gate.
Ooh, a puzzle. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the, Actually, we can go look right now. That looks like a shadow to me. Yeah, look, there's shadows. I think they're adding shadows to the remake. Yep, shadow. Cool. Yeah, one of the other cool things in this particular, in this Kickstarter, the one that I didn't get the art book, but I got the vinyl. But there's also a Broken Sword USB C memory stick, which is super interesting. It's also really interesting that it's USB-C, which would look way cooler. Oh, and this is the cloth that we were just looking at. Alright, we gotta move stuff so that the latch can slide. I feel like I just did the exact same thing. Now I'm totally gridlocked. You have to go that way. Can we restart it? Okay, good. Looks like we can restart it. Wait, is this shit different each time? No. Hmm. Hmm. Oh! The slide is part of the puzzle. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. That doesn't really help me here. How did I get so far in the original one? These guys don't move at all. Ah. Ooh, I don't know. This one's interesting. My brain is not working the logic out on it. Hey, Dragon Gem. Dragon Gem could probably look at this in like 10 seconds and have it figured out. I don't know. These guys only go the one direction. Maybe if you go all the way up, and you can come down more. No, the other left. I feel like I made some progress here. I don't know. Fuck yeah.
One down, one to go.
Got it. I got you, puzzle. I see you. We're saving. What? What? I can't save right now. No saves, only puzzles. That's right. All right, Rascal. Have a good day. Hope work is all right. What? This shouldn't happen. No. Why? No. Stop. Solving puzzles right now. Suck it, puzzle.
Nothing
Suck.
like a good convent education for honing your lockpicking skills.
Gate is no match for me. Watch it crumble into a pile of leaves. Suck it, Pizzle. Oh no, don't do that. Game. Game. Please. Please.
For a room full of junk, that was one very sophisticated lock system. This place was definitely fishy. In more ways than one.
Aw, Nico's got puns.
Oops.
What a dick. She went full Steve
Moving the
Urkel
skiff
on
would only
that.
damage it more. Moving the skiff would only damage it more. No handle, nothing obvious. But there had to be a way to open it. The words sinister and Dexter were carved on either side. Now any good convent girl like me knows the old Roman for left, right, left, right. But what did it mean here? Mystery solved. Carchon's stone cylinder slotted into the hole with a satisfying click.
That's what his wife was warning us about.
I made a mistake. The lock reset. A satisfying click told me I turned it to the right position. It felt like tumblers in a safe. Another click. Another step closer.
Hey, Pie, welcome in.
I love the sound of locks.
Did I just first try that?
An old shell case. I wondered what that was doing there.
I needed a break. I needed a break after those last puzzles. There was the Koji. Yeah, I brute forced the shit out of that. Did she pick it up?
Oh my god! The slab came down with a hell of a force. With nothing to hold it up, the cross dropped back down again. The panel wouldn't move. I couldn't see a gap to insert it. Lifting the cross closed the entrance door and also opened some kind of stone panel. Ingenious. If I was going to get a closer look at the panel, I'd have to find a way of keeping the cross up. The stone cross was propped up. Now I was getting somewhere.
Nice. Let's go.
I touched the slot. Nothing bad happened, which was good. I've always been attached to my fingers. This slot was designed for something specific. But what?
No? Gonna use that elephant on something. I don't know why it would be a piece of paper.
I removed the shell case.
That ain't it.
This wouldn't hold the cross up. But I was on the right track.
Is there
I
another-
needed to use something sturdier.
Is there another thing that I can put in there?
This wouldn't hold. I needed to.
Guess not. I guess it has to be the shell case.
I touched the slot. Nothing bad happened, which was good. This slot. No way would I be able to force the door open.
That's not a puzzle hint. Oh. Well, I don't know what. I feel like I'm missing an item here. The stone cylinder? Oh! I left it in the other room. I didn't realize that it was a multi-use item.
Ut lex vel ut next sumito. To the law or unto death submit. I guess these people didn't believe in liberté, égalité, or fraternity. Yes, I'll admit it. I was a swot at school. I also wore lipstick and the nuns never knew.
That meant nothing to me.
I removed the... The artifact slotted into the hole perfectly. Behind the old walls, I could hear some kind of mechanism groaning into life, but whatever had been triggered had now jammed.
Time to go kick some stone.
The gap was too thin for me to get a grip. I needed something thin enough to prise the door open.
Like... Hello?
I was going to need something a lot.
Do I just take this back and have it open the door?
I removed the shell case. The cross didn't drop back down. Some kind of mechanism was holding it up. The gap was too narrow. I needed something
Flatter. Like, I don't know, this key? No? Yeah. I don't think I have anything. Maybe the cross itself?
The cross didn't drop back down.
I don't know. Something metal? How could it be? No shit. Okay. So the shell casing? That's why we can interact with the base over here. Is this a thing that can be flattened? This is an interesting puzzle. I know! Where's our crowbar?
The stone slab had flattened one end of the shell case.
The only thing I don't like about puzzles like this is they are so long-winded. Like, I get bored. Yeah, I think it just, like, started pouring rain outside. Yeah, it did. Just you wait? For which part?
I
Goats?
removed the shell case.
I don't... Okay.
Another good use for a shell case. Another secret room. Somebody had something to hide. But was it what I was looking for?
Broken Sword got its own meme. Gotcha. I'm gonna go get this. Take it with us. Shit. That's why I saved. Thank you.
Wow. Through the darkness, I could see that this was a stateroom. But for what purpose? And how did it tie in with Carchon?
Well, the first thing we need is a fucking light switch or a candelabra. It is dark down here. I can't find anything to interact with.
Amazing. The thing still worked. The room lit up bright as day.
Rude.
I wasn't going to find anything in this old desk. It hadn't been used for years.
What?
Inside the drawer, I found a note written in some kind of code. Damn, don't you just hate it when that happens?
Yeah, but
A photo, long lost, had fallen down the back of the drawer. It was very old, but there was no mistaking the guy in the foreground.
is that Serious Sam?
Carchon. Behind him were soldiers, a burning village, and a corpse. The photograph was cropped on the right-hand side. Somebody else in the picture obviously didn't want to be in it anymore. I wasn't surprised. This was Africa in the 60s. An uprising was being brutally suppressed. And here was Mr. Media himself, Carchon, doing the suppressing. The photograph was not just powerful evidence. It was also my ticket to one explosive story. But there had to be more for me to discover. There was nothing else in the drawer. The drawer had come out easily enough. It was pretty clear from the lack of dust that someone had been working very recently at this desk.
That's me. Oh, that's me.
Oh my god. The sheet was a printout with my personal information. Everything from my favorite food to my waist size. They were right about chocolate. But come on, guys, I'm a size 10. There was even a picture of me, taken with a telephoto lens. Carchon wouldn't have taken these pictures himself. This was big and organized. I was part of it, and people were getting murdered. The dregs at the bottom of the mug hadn't dried out or gone moldy. It wasn't more than a day old.
Things mold fast here, I guess.
This was the article I'd written about the costume killer. My suspicions were right. Carchon had cut it out. 2 businessmen had been killed. One in Italy, one in Japan. In each case, the killer had worn a costume, a penguin, and then a snowman. But that wasn't the only link between the 2 murders.
These are all
The
Batman
victims
villains.
had been big
Mr.
media
Freeze,
do-gooders,
the Penguin,
and I proved
Joker.
they were just the opposite. So, how did they fit in with Carchon?
34 to 50 different types of... Jesus. That's a lot.
My articles about the costume. My article.
Uh-huh. I have a feeling somebody's about to show up and conquer in the head again.
The flags had faded, but their message was still pretty clear. Fascist regalia, a message of hate.
Oh. Were these supposed to be swastikas?
The flags had faded, but their fascist regalia, a message of hate. A door like that always has something important behind it. I had to find a way to unlock it. That wasn't going to help.
I don't know what you want here.
A door like that always has something important behind it. I had to find a way to unlock it.
She's like a 34 or a 40. Iron Cross also used. I don't see either of those things.
I wasn't going to find anything. The flags had...
Hint me. Picked up a note encoded with a cipher.
No. No. No.
Oh, that cipher, is that something to do with the stuff on the desk, maybe?
No. No. The congealed... The congealed coffee... No. No. No.
How do I examine a note?
The photograph
Oh!
showed Carchon
I can
smiling
right-click
happily
this.
to camera, with a background of burning huts and death.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's a 26-digit cipher, huh? Okay. To crack the code, you must correctly match all of the symbols to the corresponding letters. Highlight a symbol, then highlight the corresponding letter. If you make a mistake, click go back. Step back and you can reset the whole puzzle by clicking the reset button. Okay. Let's assume that's A. Do I have anything at all that has this code on it? I don't know what would be one letter that isn't A or I, right? Oh, this is gonna suck. You love this puzzle? I have no fucking clue. Start with small. Well, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to figure out because there's A, I, and I can't think of anything else that's a single letter, so it has to be A or I, right? An? Is there something here that's an and? There's nothing here that's two letters. Well, no, there's that. So let's say that that's A. And this is S. Or N. Or Hagelax. Is this a four-letter word or two two-letter words? I can't tell. Well, Anne is a thing. That's a name. So maybe I have this right. This has to be A or I, and it can't be A. That's Anne, okay. Broken S words? Oh, God. So maybe this is no. Think of three-letter words and the last two letters are the same, other than Anne? Well, I guess that would be Anne with an E, huh? So this isn't right then. It's ass. It has to be ass. N. It's gotta be N. It's all I can think of. Right? N. Okay, that's right. That's right. That has to be right. It's ass. Okay. The fourth line from the bottom, where it starts and ends. That I, the one that starts with an I and ends with an I here. Well, this doesn't make sense either. That can't be right. There's no words that have an I at the end of them that are two that I can think of. So this isn't right. Ugh. Two. That makes more sense. Two. It. So maybe this is an I. If, maybe that's an F. If is in. I think this is actually an inn. I think this might be town. No, I already have O. I already have O. So that can't be right. The first word. Okay, give me the first word. This one right here. Pierre. Okay, so the I is correct. Okay, all right. That's probably the clue that I need. It's just nice knowing that I'm off on the right tangent here. Okay, we can figure out the rest now. Probably. So, F must not be correct. F must not be correct. Oh shit, we don't know what. Okay. So, this must be S? Oh, wrong one. Oh, we fucked up R, didn't we? Okay, hang on. Report. That's good.
There's a face.
Fucking poo-poo.
Stream title, but if you hit !Discord and you feel like joining, no pressure, but we can chat there as well. Okay, and I'm gonna fall through the level because oh no.
We were close to D6 now. It was hard to believe.
Well, what? No, I don't want another video. I want to close this. All right. Yeah, that's a good break. Let me close this. I had good dinner, so I can show that without going hungry. Let me unmute.
I can almost taste the Strupen waffles. I muted myself.
Look at that, look at that. That just goes straight through. So, you know, they should be thanking.
There's something up here that's mold that we need to see. Oh look, it's mold.
Let me think, wait, I know what I want for Christmas. What you want? I want T-Buzz to get me some headphone sets, and I want Left Eye to make me a fly dress. Oh, Merry Christmas from TLC. Let's have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Filled with love and joy and happiness and lots of good cheer. Have
Oh my god, what? What the frick? Why is there's a log on this ball? Give me that. Now the log is stuck like that.
Oh, seriously? Cool. Come on. Did I do it? Did I do it? Really? Oh my goodness. Awesome. I win, I win. Well, I guess you helped. I did help. But you helped too, Bubsy. That was so cool. Oh my goodness. I guess that level really was some excellent training for that. That's really cool. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess I helped. Oh, that was so good. I love that. First go. Oh.
A winner is you.
Second echo. Thank you for the cheer 101 bit.
Okie dokie. Don't worry, I didn't solve it while y'all were gone. Welcome back. Okay. This is aren't. That's aren't. It's gotta be. Okay. Hey. You're in. Oh, maybe not. That's not right, huh? The N isn't correct. The N is not correct. Does asset have two S's in it? That also can't be right. The S can't be right. Probably not the R either. No, the R is right, because report is a thing. That's two little letters for please. Please. Right? That can't be toot. I have to assume that every letter on the board right now is absolutely correct. Including O. Arrest? Is that an S? No. This has to be A. That has to be A. Shit, what did I do? Treat. Dare. Take. That's a K. There's only one of them in the whole damn thing. great. That's a G. Take great care. Okay, okay. We got progress now. C. Okay. G. This is probably an N. That's an N. N. In rot? The R is correct. It has to be. This must be a W. No. Take great care. IR? This twin? Something is not right here. Something's not right here. This is maybe who. Alright, W. And that N-shaped thing is H. Thin. Okay, thin, thin, thin. This is too urgent to wait. Oh, you! Okay, 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 okay. I'm with you now. Thank you. But, so that's probably a B. Both. This is ass, isn't it? Maybe this is F. On. No, is in our N's already used. E really hasn't been used, has it? Look the word oath. I got both. Right? N's already used. You think the N is wrong? What else would it be? Thin, in, thin. You think it's S? Oh. You think N is S, huh? Shit. This is too urgent to wait. Okay. Okay, okay. Seems this is You kidding me, motherfucker? I just charged you. How dare you? I don't know if y'all could see that, but I just got, like, notified that my battery was gonna die on my mouse, which I just charged this morning. Alright, this is an N. Is not. Yeah, N is in the wrong place. So this R symbol is an N. Oh no. Wait, what have I done here? Okay, you are... No. R is you. Shit. Kinda messed up here. R. That. Okay, urgent. No, in is correct. That has to be urgent. In. That. Okay. This is a D. Indeed. Indeed it seems. That's an M. Okay, okay. M. That's a D. Can't find that symbol. Where is it? Oh, I'm looking at the white ones. Okay. Indeed. Okay. Report to follow. So these are L's. And that's an F. Full report to follow. Okay. Okay. Hamada? Is that an H? No. H is already taken. H is already taken. You have 10 letters to match 9 symbols? Oh no! Okay. Indeed, it seems that all of us who came together are in danger. Take great care. Arno. I don't know. Why? Yamada? It could be a Q. That's July. That's July. That's July. July are in danger. Well, the fuck if I know what that could be.
I had decrypted the note. It read, Pierre, full report to follow. But this is too urgent to wait. Arno and Yamada both dead. This is not a coincidence. Indeed, it seems that all of us who came together in July are in danger. Take great care. X.
No!
I wasn't the only one to make the connection between the costume killer murders. I'd been right all along.
That was not an easy
That was
puzzle.
why he had asked to meet me. But what did I know that he didn't? I had enough for a story. An amazing story that was going to make my reputation and blow Conchance to pieces. I needed to get home fast and start typing.
That puzzle was so hard that I forgot what the fuck game I was playing. I'm not joking. I literally couldn't think of anything else outside of that puzzle.
Bonsoir, Collard.
Nico, it's Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie, you cracked open the champagne yet?
Are you crazy?
What's wrong? Wait a minute. You didn't print it, did you?
Of course I didn't print.
That's the best piece I've written.
The last, as far as I'm concerned.
It's important.
It's suicidal. You can't destroy a national hero.
He deserved it.
His corpse isn't even cold.
Ronnie, 2 hours ago I told you what I'd found. You loved it. You begged me to write it up immediately.
2 hours is a long time in newspapers, Nico.
Someone's got to you, haven't they?
Listen up, Nicole, and listen good. Pierre Carchon had a lot of friends. Powerful friends. For your own sake,
Forget what happened.
You got it. End of conversation. Good night.
This should have been my big break, but I knew there was nowhere else to sell this story. If Ronnie wouldn't print it, nobody would.
F's in chat for the free press.
Bonsoir, Collard.
Mademoiselle Collard, my name is Plantard. I need to talk to you about your
Plantard.
story. Your Pierre Carchon story.
How did you know about that?
There are people out there, madame, who will be very upset by this story.
Oh, really? Well, it's their lucky day. It's been spiked.
Yes, I know. We must meet.
We must?
I have information relating to your costume killer stories. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Café de la Chandelle Verte, Rue Alain Court. I shall be wearing a grey overcoat. You must talk to no one about this.
You can't tell me what to...
Tomorrow at 8. I'll be waiting.
People complain about newspaper articles all the time, but not usually before they're printed. I was beginning to feel scared. This guy, Plantard, could I trust him? Should I meet him or forget the whole business? I didn't have an answer.
What a name.
I'd only been in Paris for a week, but already I'd fallen in love with the city.
Gets to
My
sit the
latest
entire
discovery was a little cafe, La Chandelle Verte. I was pretty sure the waitress was taking a shine to me. That old Stobart charm, I guess. Little did I know my reverie was about to be so rudely interrupted.
Ugh. See, they're all Batman villains. Meanwhile, in the other movie... Alright, that's what I'm gonna call it on this. That last puzzle hurt, and now I'm hungry.
As I picked myself up, I was really angry. 1 minute, I'm on vacation. The next minute, some clown's blown me up. I knew right away what I was gonna do. I was gonna find that clown and bring him to justice. Because justice matters. Justice is up there with liberty. And equality. And, fraternity. After all, that's why I'd studied law, wasn't it? Well, that and the money, of course.
Wow, this guy seems great. Yay. There's very little singeing for an explosion. Okay. Here is what we're going to do. I'm going to wrap this stream up. I'm going to go get something to eat. He's instantly cracking. I know, the waitress is like in there dead. It's horrible. I'm going to get something to eat. And then we're going to come back here, I don't know, in a little bit. Won't be too long. And we're going to get back into Black Mesa and we're going to finish it. Hopefully we'll finish it tonight. Maybe we'll finish it tomorrow, but I'm starving. Yeah, I have good foods. I think I'm gonna. I got some time, so I might cook some rice to go with some tuna steak. Bon appetit, yeah. I put some of that Hungarian pepper paste in the rice. It'll be amazing. It'll be perfect. My original plan was just like eat something quick because I figured it'd be closer to 4 and I wanted to go live by 5, but now I'm just gonna eat food and be back. And we'll work on Black Mesa. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in this game, there is currently a... Please stop doing whatever you're doing. There is currently a Kickstarter that's fully funded already. They're like way over the 64,000 they were aiming for by like a huge number. That's going to put it on consoles, PC, Switch, all that. Rewards. There you go. Ultimate Collector Box. I went ahead and did the collector box and then added the vinyl to it. which looks to be a big box PC game. Because I'm not really interested in the art book. I'll be honest. Actually, maybe that is a small box. That looks surprisingly small next to the vinyl. And we were talking about this not too long ago, but like, I keep getting like art books and things and never looking through them. So it's kind of interesting. This one like gave you the option to get the art book and the vinyl, or to sit out that, which is kind of cool. Because frankly, I don't have space for more art books. I'm never going to look at. Vinyls I'll listen to though. Okay. Still got Black Mesa installed, right? Cool. Okay. I'm gonna find somebody to raid. Go eat some food, and I'll be back. Maybe in as little as an hour. Let me get the dog up. Probably by like 4 o'clock. And we're gonna rock some Black Mesa and hopefully finish it tonight. We good. Have some Windows install music while we find somebody to raid. You know what, we're gonna go over to Tepickley. She's playing Shadows of the Colossus for the first time. And I was hanging out just before my stream to watch her beat her first boss in that game. Also, she's great and you'll love her, I promise, if you've never been there before. Alright, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Have fun with Tepickley. Otherwise, have a great night. Confirmed. Yeah, Tepickley's amazing.